Are you trying to figure out how to not completely lose it during the holiday season? Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, it's Rosemary Lewis, your educator agent with eXp Realty, and y'all, I am going to tell you how not to lose your marbles during this holiday season. So listen, we all know that there is so much magic in the air during the holidays. I personally absolutely love it, so much so that my Christmas tree may or may not have been up since Halloween. I digress. However, one fact remains, and it's even like a documented fact, that stress levels and anxiety levels are higher during the holidays because there is just so much required of people. Add in the fact that you are in the service industry as a real estate agent, and listen, it can almost take you out. So today I'm going to share with you 10 tips on how not to lose your marbles, how to be present with your family while still having clients that love you at the end of the holidays. So let's get into it. Here's tip number one, y'all. I need you to be realistic, okay? Realistic with your schedule, realistic with your capacity, realistic about how you can show up with the dynamics of the holiday. So this is what I mean. For me, it is unrealistic for me to think that I'm going to be able to work the exact same schedule as I normally do when I have people in from out of town, when my son is not in school, when there are different activities. So I need to be realistic about what actually has to get done to keep my business moving forward, because you know what? I still want to get paid in the new year. So I still have to be doing activities, but I need to be realistic and not put more pressure on myself without considering the circumstances of the environment, because we are in the holiday season. Number two, y'all, because you're being realistic, now you need to figure out what are your non-negotiable activities. So what are the things that you are going to commit to doing even through the holiday season? And as long as you get these things done, you are good to go. So is that committing to a time where you are calling? Is that committing to different activities? Is that committing to doing so many open houses? Whatever that looks like, before the ball gets rolling, commit to your non-negotiables so that you are not swayed one way or the other not to do what you need to do for your business. Number three, this one is a hot topic. Continue to time block. Continue to tell your time where to go, because I don't want you to just be in a holiday fog for 2 to 3 weeks and then look up, you done gained weight and you haven't been on the phone with a client, you don't know what's going on. So continue to tell your time where to go. So for instance, if you have those non-negotiables, make sure that it is on your calendar. Look, those non-negotiables don't just need to be in your head, they need to be a part of your daily activities, so write them down. And even when it comes to time blocking, like my husband laughs at me. When we go on vacation, I literally will take my time block out and write at the pool, like hang out by the beach, because I want to just continue to condition my mind, condition my habits to say, hey, even when it looks like I'm chilling, I decided to be chilling. I just didn't look up and I was chilling. Does that make sense? Okay, hope it does. Continue to time block. Number four, set up the expectations of your clients. Now, if you have somebody who is on a tight schedule, they're coming in town between the 24th and the 26th of the month, like, we need to be realistic about what they expect of us and what your capacity is going to be to get that done. So make sure that you are having conversations, like find out your client's travel schedule. What are they planning to do for the holidays? Let them know what your availability is. Now, I will tell you, I would not tell a client like, hey, I can't show you this house because I'm baking cookies. But I might say, hey, you know what? For our showings this weekend coming up, I have a few commitments already, but I'm available Saturday from this time to this time, or on Thursday from this time to this time. So setting those expectations for them in advance will be a game changer. Number five, You're setting those expectations, but don't be afraid to engage some backup because it is inevitable, okay, that someone is going to need to see a house or one of your listings, you have to get over there or something's gonna happen in the middle of junior's choir performance. So this is why I'm always telling us collaboration is way more important than competition. So whether you're on a team, whether you have other real estate friends, whether you get to network within your brokerage, make sure that you have other realtors that you are in a reciprocal relationship with. Like, don't just call them to take unless you're gonna pay them. I mean, obviously too, I feel like you should compensate anyone who does anything for you. But make sure that you have some backup and more than one person because everybody's going through the holidays. So who can step in and help fill in the gaps when you are not available? And then here is another tip for number 5. Let's say you are a newer agent and you really don't have much going on the holidays in terms of clients. Go ahead and post in, like if you have a private Facebook group or workplace or something with your brokerage, go ahead and post in there like, hey, I'm available for showings these days. I have this going on and I'm available to help other agents. It will be a great way to get your feet in the door and just to have some real life practice with engaging with clients as you support another agent. Number 6, this might be my favorite one. If you can be off, okay? I think that one thing that overwhelms us is when we actually we've planned and we have the downtime, but we don't take the downtime and then you are never rested. So y'all, I am going to tell you, like, spend this time with your loved ones, you know, watch the movie with your kids. Don't be on your phone. Don't be doing all of these other things that are not going to serve your family in the time that you're supposed to really be spending time with them. So if you can truly be off, like, enjoy that. I know sometimes we feel guilty for not having our hands in a million different pots, but definitely put some time on your schedule where you can be 100% devoted to the people that need you way beyond real estate. And I'm just gonna say this too, because I know sometimes people are scared to say what they need or to block off time in their schedule. This is why we are in the business of attracting the right type of clients, because I don't think I have a client in the world who would not understand why I'm not showing them a house on Christmas Eve, okay? So if you can be off, definitely take that time and be off. Number 7, okay, and speaking of being off, like, I am not intending on taking all of my Christmas time, my holiday time with my family and being on social media, but I do understand that that is where I engage with clients. That's where I engage with other realtors. So take a few moments, y'all, and go ahead and automate your posts. Automate your Merry Christmas posts. Automate your Happy New Year. Automate the things that you need to so that they can come up and you can still engage with the people without trying to think of that perfect caption. So take a little time, and this is perfectly to do. Like when you're time blocking over the next couple days, time block, okay, let me schedule 5 or 6 posts over the next 2 weeks so that I can still show up for those people who may be looking for me on social media while being present for the people who really need me in my household. And then here's number 8, speaking of automations. If you really are going to be MIA, like you're taking time off, you are down, first of all, no guilt, no shade, do you. But automate your emails. Let people know what's going on. Because if you're in Peru on a boat, or you're on a cruise, or you're somewhere where you cannot be reached, but they're calling, they're emailing, they're texting, we want them to know that, hey, I am not just ghosting you. So make sure that you set up the vacation autoresponder on your email. I also suggest, remember back to that point of engaging help. Let them know who can they contact in the event of an emergency, but let them know when you are out of office and when they can expect to have you return, okay? Here's a bonus tip though. For clients that you are actively working with, like they are active, we are in the process, their house is on the market, or we're in the process of looking, like they're not gonna find out that I'm out of town from an autoresponder. So make sure that you're having the conversations with them ahead of time. You're letting them know, hey, this is what's going on, and this is who's gonna help you. This is gonna be our point of contact. Like I have all of the bases covered. Make sure that you're having that conversation and you're setting that expectation for them up front. Don't make the mistake of them just being like, wait, we just got my house under contract and you're gone for 2 weeks, because they will feel abandoned. So we want to make sure that they don't feel abandoned, that you give them like the heads up of exactly what's going on and they know who they can reach out to. Number 9, y'all, I'm telling you, one way to not lose your stuff is like, this is a great time to network and connect with the people that you have been just so busy, and not necessarily real estate busy, but just all over the place, life busy, that you haven't had an opportunity to go over to your auntie's house or actually show up to your sister's bake-off or bake cookies with your granny. So network and connect with your people. And listen, if you have capacity, this is also a great time to network with other people in your sphere, not just family. So if you have friends that are having events or a past client has invited you to something, if you have capacity, this is a great time to do that. And then you get to, continue to develop rapport. You get to kick back a little bit and just really celebrate the great year that you've had. And look, and I'm gonna tell you, even if this wasn't the great year, you are alive, breathing, and watching YouTube, so you are doing okay, all right? There's so much to be grateful for. So having some time to just celebrate. And then finally, how not to lose it all during the holidays. Number 10 is baby. Put you on the schedule. I know that just by nature, because of what we do, we are always in creative mode. We're helping our clients, we're helping our family. We, a lot of y'all are coaching agents. We're giving, and we're pouring out into everyone else. And then wonder when we come back on January 1st and we're depleted. So put you on the calendar. So what can self-care look like for you? Can you get yourself a dope Christmas gift or a pedicure? Or listen, can you just add the guacamole when you take yourself out to lunch? Whatever that looks like, make sure that you have some time where you're pouring into you and you're not just meeting everyone else's needs. And this just doesn't go for the holiday season either. I really encourage y'all to be in a rhythm of self-care. And if you haven't done it yet, don't worry about it. Just put yourself on the schedule this holiday season. All right, if you made it to the end of this video and you are not subscribed to my channel, what are you doing with your life? Listen, I forgive you though, because I am in the mood of holiday cheer and I'm not stressing out. I'm not losing my stuff over the holidays. But just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give a thumbs up. And listen, I would love to hear, like, which one of these tips are you like, you know what, sis, you are talking to me. Number 7, I'm all over that. So go ahead and put it in the comments and I will see you next week.